Welcome, everybody, to episode 112 of the effing title. I am Big Husky,
I'm DeNutte.
and we are here because we have nothing better to do. How about that for a fucking intro today?
Yeah, I took a break from Elden Ring to be here.
Yeah. I took a
My,
break from Lost Ark to be here, so.
I'm still. Well, it's funny because I'm like maybe 15. I might say like 18 hours in, and I have friends that are like 120 hours in.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, about time I took a break.
yeah.
And I was doing a bunch of stuff. As of right now, I have $60 worth. No, I have $80 worth of mounts, and I've spent $0. So that's kind of cool.
Can you sell them?
I could, but I already did that.
Okay.
So what I've been doing is I've been like doing all the manual labor tasks in the game, getting gold, and then buying them on the market house. So, yeah, but I might actually spend money on Lost Ark this week. I haven't decided yet.
Hey, yep, you're really fully invested. Well, all right. So the video I was watching when you hopped in was it's the new Harry Potter Legacy game.
Oh, okay, yes, yes,
So
yes.
I I'm only disappointed because it's not multiplayer.
Not yet.
I
They
know they
want
said
to.
they're not doing it.
Really?
Yeah, not doing
Well,
it.
then I'm not fucking buying it.
Because that's what I was looking up, and I was like, give me a minute. Um,
Then.
it looks cool.
I am shocked now that you say that. I am genuinely shocked that you now.
Yeah, so because that's where I was like, oh, dude, this would be so cool, even if it was just like
Well,
you
like,
and some other people.
well, that's the thing, right? So, like, Fedge is a huge
Oh, wow.
Harry Potter fan,
Yeah,
right? So that was my thing. Is like immediately when I saw it, I was like, awesome. Me, Fedge, and Rob can be fucking playing.
he's a
this.
huge Harry Potter fan.
Fedge is a huge Harry Potter fan. Fedge only collects Harry Potter Funko Pops, and when I say only Harry Potter, I mean it's only Harry.
Okay.
That's one of his things. Man, that sucks because I thought it was going to be multiplayer. I thought they were coming out with it originally.
Nope, there is no talks of multiplayer mode releasing anytime soon following the launch of the title.
That genuinely is surprising to me.
All I can see is Potterheads are crossing their wands, hoping that it's coming.
Yeah, they need to never say that again.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's what I was like kind of hoping it was, because I played all the EA Harry Potter games.
Mm-hmm.
Those games were actually really good. Like the right stick. Did you ever play Skate?
Yeah, I think. No.
Okay, well you controlled wand tricks using the right stick and like different like.
Oh, okay, so one of the old baseball games when you used to pitch, you used to do that with the right stick. Each pitch was a different motion on the stick.
It does. It looks good. It's I'm disappointed. There's multiplayer. I want to.
Yeah, that's like especially with you look at a lot of the games that are coming out this year. I'm not sure if Gotham Knights is multiplayer. I don't know if that one is, but I know for a fact Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is multiplayer because I can play as Deadshot, you can play as Captain Boomerang, someone else can play as King Shark, and someone can play as Harley, and we can all play together. So
I've never played any of the Arkham games or Batman games.
really,
Yeah.
I think you would enjoy.
Okay,
them.
I lied. I played 10 minutes of one and it went, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I think you would enjoy. I think you would enjoy more of Night because Night is a little bit more open.
It's the one I played. Didn't like it.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
Because
Especially
I had a
that's
friend who like that was like the only game, like when those came out, those were the only games he would play, and like he would play it till the next game came out, and that's all he would play.
that's wild.
And he was like, please play it, and I played it.
That's wild considering that like because you're the one who told me to play Tomb Raider,
Yeah,
which is wild. I still haven't played.
didn't like it.
I still haven't played the last one of that. By the way, I need to. I'm going to be
It's
playing it
good.
sometime soon.
It's good.
I just keep. It's one of those ones where I've gone into the stage now where I just want to sit down and play one of these games, especially for the YouTube ones. I just want to sit down and play it. Fucking done.
It's a commitment. That's all it is.
Yeah, but the Tomb Raider ones is like the Tomb Raider, the gear, like even the Gears one. When I played the Gears for the first Gears, I was like, at the end of it, I was just kind of like, I never want to fucking do that again. And then I was like, fuck, there's still 6 more of them, or whatever. You know, it's
How long did that take?
it was a full stream. Like I got on at like 2, and it went to like 8, 9, or something like that. It
What
was
difficulty did you play on?
fucking the easiest one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like I said it. It's not. I don't think it's in the video, in the first video, but I said it on the stream. I was like, look, I ain't doing this for, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this on Legendary. No, I'm just doing this for the fucking story.
My
Like,
buddy, my buddy and I played through on Insane
oh, is that?
like a year ago.
Jeez.
It's the hardest one.
It was so janky. That's the biggest thing that I remember.
Well, there's they did a re-release. They did an HD re-release.
Yeah, I did. Oh, that's the thing. I played the Ultimate Edition,
Oh,
whatever it
then
was.
you didn't play it. Then that's not janky compared to the old game.
Mm-hmm. As I was thinking, the funny thing was is that Rob was playing it one day. I forgot what I was playing. I was playing something else. Rob was playing something, or I may have been uploading something. It was whatever. It was one of the days when I was on and Rob was on and I wasn't playing though. And Rob's like, all right, I'm going to play Gears of War. Literally within 5 minutes, Rob goes, this is fucking stupid. And then all I hear is this like controller like drop and him walk off. And I'm like, Rob probably got to
This game.
Rob's probably, I was like, Rob either got to a reload part or a part where he didn't mean to go into the third person cover, and he didn't mean to, and
It's all about cover bouncing, roadie running, and there was a name for it where it's like a quick game, but you do it with the shotgun, and it's all about having host. That was the big thing because that was out when I was really popular when I was in the 10th grade.
yeah, I was gonna say,
there was,
I remember when it first came out, I was like, because I remember the trailers. That's the biggest thing that I will always remember about Gears of War is the trailers.
Well, Mad World, that was a big one.
Yeah. But then it's like I remember trying to play the first one, and I was like, this sucks. I'm gonna go play Madden. Like, imagine that as a day and age. I'm saying an FPS game sucks, and I'm like, yeah, let's go play Madden.
Well, there was a big group of people who played it at my school because that was like the big thing. Like that kind of replaced Halo 3 at the time. And
because I was gonna say that was at the end of 3, wasn't it?
Yeah. So they there was this kid who considered himself like the best Gears of War player in the school.
Oh,
but he's like, if we play, I have to have host. Because if you were host in that game, like maybe 70% of the shots wouldn't hit you, and then like you could headshot someone from like with a shotgun from like 20 feet away. So it just was like the ultimate like power. So he's like, yeah, I'm the best player in the school, but I have to have host. It was kind of like everyone would make fun of him for it.
That old one where you used to have those friends that you'd play with, but one of them would sit next to the internet like drive, and then as soon as shit was going bad, they would just toggle it a little bit, and their guy would be fine, but everyone else would be fucked up. Like that, one of those ones. I remember my buddy did that a couple times on fucking Halo. I remember, and that was fucking hilarious. Like we literally, that was his whole job. His whole job was to sit next to the internet plug while we're watching, and then he's like, "Fuck, all right, dude, I'm getting pissed off." And then as soon as there's something like that, then he would just jiggle that thing, and then it'd be like a 7 of 10 player kill streak immediately after. Like,
it's funny you said, so there's a kid another kid I grew up with, no names. He was like, when Guitar Hero 2 came out, there's a battle mode.
yes.
He was top 8 in the world on battle mode or something. America, either America or the world, like very high rank.
Yeah.
And then, and whenever he would play, if he was going to lose, he would unplug his Xbox.
So it didn't count.
So it didn't count as a loss. So he had never lost.
That's fucking hilarious.
So now I don't hold him against him. He got to 8 in the world, so like,
yeah,
he's doing something right.
Good for him.
Yeah.
So I remember me and Thorpe used to play Guitar Hero in college, and it was funny because like you'd walk in and you'd see me, and it'd be me just like, and then you'd walk in like 20 minutes later, and there's Thorpe fucking 8 energy drinks in, just. And it's just one of those things with me sitting there in the corner, and I was just like.
Guitar Hero was cool. Rock Band was real cool.
Rock Band, I remember Rock Band coming out at the end of me being in college, so I wasn't. At that point, I was already kind of over Guitar Hero.
It came out when I was in high school.
And, like I said, and because I remember some of the guys in some of the core guys had it. Some of the core guys on the team had it. in their room because I remember going down to their room one day and one of their fucking people came in for like an inspection, like a surprise inspection.
A cadre?
Yeah, like they came in for like one of those surprise inspections because there were civilians there, so they wanted to fucking, you know. And it was like me, John, like a couple other people, and like they walked in like surprise inspection, like that sort of thing, and it was like me, Berto, John, and like we all just turned and looked at them, and they were like, "Never mind," and like walked out, like
Carry on.
yeah, like the guy was like thinking he was gonna do something, and then he realized like, you know, the people that were in the room, and it's like, yeah, they're not gonna fucking listen to me, like,
Yeah, that room's the size of a prison cell.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
there's a new game I've been playing that it came out on Game Pass called Shredders.
Shredders. I think I've seen that one. That's the
Snowboarding game.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. How is it? Because
played it for a while yesterday. Played it this morning. It's really fun.
if you had to
It's
compare it to, I'm trying to think of the one that was fucking.
not Riders Republic.
No, not that one. Oh, what's the other one? Fuck, I played it like 2 winters ago. Okay, you continue. I'll look.
Steep?
There we go. Steep.
Okay. So yeah, Riders Republic is the sequel to Steep.
Interesting. I didn't
Yeah,
realize
so
that.
but it's more of like a sim game.
Go
It's
on.
more so like to like go off a jump to spin, you have to hold the right trigger to like preload, and then you have to go from left to right as you let go of the jump, and that will make you spin.
Oh, so instead of
But
it
like you
like
have
okay.
but you have to time it perfect.
Mhm.
Like so you can spin really fast or you can spin really slow, but like if you do it wrong, you'll just spin slow.
So instead of it being one of those ones where it's like, because I remember in Steep you had to like do the moves while you were in the air. This is one of those ones where it's like you have got to time it up and then it just does it. One of those things.
No, it's it's so Steep is like super arcadey. Like you
Hmm.
just do whatever. Like you just jump and do like a flip.
Yeah.
You could jump and do like a
Mhm.
720 and like grab. Well, the same thing you have to grab in this too, but you also have to time everything right.
Oh, okay. I see. In Steep
You
you have
can
to
you can
time
grab
shit.
whenever, but like doing rotations and throwing your body around is all about like it's
Fair.
essentially momentum, and it's like all about doing it right.
I know. I
Like
played.
it's similar to how like Session and Skater XL are now,
Okay.
but
That's
those
the
are
the last skater game I played was Tony Hawk 3. Like,
yeah. So
it's been a while on that one.
I don't know what I would equate to that you've played.
Probably nothing at this point. Then I mean, Steep
Um,
is the most recent one like that I played. I was gonna play Riders Republic, but it was on. It was one of those ones where like they had the free weekend, and me and John didn't. Me and John didn't read that it was a free weekend. We thought it was just coming to Game Pass, and then it wasn't there when we went to play it. So
yeah, I played the free weekend. It was fun. It was like a 10 hour. You can play for 10 hours.
mm,
Um, my buddy and I, once my buddy's gonna get it at some point, and I'll get it when he gets it.
nice.
Shredders is really fun. It's like I guess you would have to more or less I guess if you I'll send you a quick game footage and then you'll be like, "Oh, I get it."
Okay.
Let me podcast. So it's yeah, I don't know. It's just it's fair. It's all like wish I'd pull up a video on this, but um and now it kind of scratched an itch that I didn't know I needed.
Okay. It looks. I will say this as well. It looks very clean.
Yeah, it's an indie game. You know?
Like fucking Steep doesn't look clean like that. Steep,
No,
like you said, it has kind of a more of an arcadey kind of feel to it.
yeah, you're
That
supposed
looks,
to just have fun
yeah.
and not be frustrated.
Oh, so what you're saying is that's just a frustrating. Okay, that's that. Add
It
another
is
one to the board.
because like it's steep. Like you can just if you want to do something, you can just do it.
Yeah, I'm
Whereas
gonna
this,
do
like,
a 1940
yeah,
off of this ramp that's this big.
exactly. Not that you can't do that in that game because I have done that, but like you need like a real big jump.
Yeah, you
You
gotta
need to hit
actually
it perfect.
yeah. That's kind of wild though.
Um, so I've been playing that in Elden Ring and
And I've been
playing games again.
I've been
I took a
playing.
big. I was taking a long break for a while.
I was gonna say you took a nice big old break. I've been playing. I did a bunch of Madden recordings off stream, which was kind of nice because a lot of it was off season stuff, so I wasn't actually playing games. Apex as usual. Lost Ark. I've been just fucking playing more and more and more. I made a second character. I don't know if I told you that or not. Yeah, Husky for Queen or Husky for
Okay,
Big.
what's that character going to be?
Is an archer. And
Okay,
I'm actually fully playing back through the game. Like I didn't use the power pass
you're
that I have.
playing the way it's supposed to.
Oh, so apparently coming down the line, we got two new classes coming out. One's called an artiste class. One's called a summoner class.
Artiste.
Yes, the artiste class is like the support class, but it's basically like a girl with a giant fucking paintbrush,
Mm-hmm.
and all of her like movements are like the like calligraphy paintbrush sort of strokes on the screen, and it looks fucking like it looks really cool. So I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, if I'm gonna boost any class immediately to 50, I might as well do a class that's like a support class that's about AoE healing, AoE damage, kind of that sort of thing. So then if I do need, like, if I do decide to do, like, the high level shit in the game, I can do the role that kind of fits best for me, which is just the healing fucking thing, you know?
What is your main character?
Right now,
Paladin?
yeah, it's the Paladin. But
Okay.
my Paladin is built for, like a PvE damage. Like, I've looked at a bunch of the stuff online, and as soon as they start
It's a
talking
solo
about
PvE build.
yeah, as soon as the people like I read a bunch of stuff online. It's like they're like when you build it, you want to build like this or like that, and I'm sitting there like I don't know what you're saying, funny man. Um, so I mean, it's like and like one of the guys that I've been playing with a little bit, he's extremely sweaty at the game, like trying to get like the best gear, level. I'm just kind of fucking around.
Which is like most of,
Yeah.
those kind of people who play those games, which not
That's the
anything
thing. It's like
against them.
I've been. That's exactly. It's you know. It's like, and that's the thing that I like the most about it is that there is so many different ways to play the game, and there's no technically there's no wrong way.
Well, that's like how Elden Ring is. I'm playing it dumb. People watching me would be like, "Rah!"
Are you doing it with
uh,
the magic stuff?
no magic.
Okay.
I'm using the base character samurai,
Mm-hmm.
and then the sword you get with him is actually considered one of the best weapons in the game.
Interesting.
Depends who's listening. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's an S tier weapon. Sorry, people. That's what they rank weapons in that game. That's one of the three S tier katanas. Uh, I think four, but I like have it almost fully upgraded. I did that today. I
Mm-hmm.
got like it super upgraded. There's you need like you find these like smithing stones to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and I had like a bunch of the late upgrade ones, but I didn't have the early upgrade ones. So
Oh
like I
yeah.
went from like so it goes like so it's whatever katana
Mm-hmm.
4 plus 4. I like was stuck at that for the last couple times I played, and I got it up to plus 10 today. So.
Nice.
um, I don't know, just stupid shit like that. And like I haven't even changed my armor at all since I've been
Well,
playing.
that's the thing, right? It's just like that's kind of the cool thing with a lot more of these games. I feel like that are coming out now. Like if it's not a FPS game, and if it's not a battle royale, there's just so much customization and shit that you can do that like there is like we were saying, there's almost no wrong way to play it. Of course, people was "Bro, you're not supposed to do that. Fuck them. There's no wrong way of playing these games. Like, and that's like I put Elden Ring in the category of I'd rather watch someone else play it than me play it.
Yeah.
You know, as I
I
have
used
my
to be the same
three.
way. I love it. I love it, man. I used to hate I wasn't really into Dark Souls games.
I've never played them, but two, just watching people play them, I just get frustrated watching them play because I can kind
Hmm.
of feel the frustration, and I'm sitting there like, I already do that enough to myself. I'm not gonna fucking put myself through it.
I punched my desk one night and like my plugs fell off my desk. So
Ooh, love
like
it.
I don't know. It's fun.
That's the thing is like I like, and that's the other thing is that I'd rather watch like a friend play it and support them play it than me struggle and struggle my way through it. So like I was watching Panix played it recently on stream, and I was watching him play it. Trev played it recently on stream, and then the big streamer that I watch that plays it every now and then, Obrutta, or Oberto, I can't fucking say his name. But he was an Apex guy, and then he left Apex, and everybody fucking got mad at him. And then he went and played Super People, and now he's playing Elden Ring, and he fucking loves it. So, and I've actually watched him play it a couple times, So
Have you played we talked about did you play Super People yet?
I did not play Super People yet. It
Hmm.
wasn't that one that you had to buy, or was that a free one?
It's a free one.
It's his. Okay, I haven't played it yet. I think it was one
I
of
mean,
those.
PUBG's free now.
Yeah, that
You
is
play
true.
always play PUBG.
We'll get back.
Did you play It Takes Two? Did you ever play that?
It takes two to make things go wide. Isn't that the one that we were gonna play?
I downloaded it.
Yeah, I think that was one that we were gonna play.
We
'Cause
were gonna. I thought we were talking about it.
yeah,
Okay.
because I think that was one of the things that. Yeah, it was. I was.
Oh, I suggested that.
Yep. And I
Yeah,
decided at
that's
the
right.
end that fuck it, I'm just gonna do all the videos there. Which now reminds me, I need to fucking start like. I've got so much shit that's just going on that I just need to bring like put a list of them somewhere so I can start working on those. Because I got to do Husky bakes, Husky cooks.
Husky bathes.
Husky makes an OnlyFans.
Husky hot tub.
Husky sells bath water.
Mm.
The musk of husk. A little bit of peach fuzz in each one.
Mm. Are you a hairy guy? Or are you like peach fuzzy?
What do you mean, like here?
Yeah.
A little bit hairy.
Okay. Because I feel like you can never guess.
No.
Because like I have friends who have like amazing beards, don't have like.
Well, it's like it's one of those things. It's like my like for instance, like on my arms, like it's like you basically can't tell that I have fucking hair on my arms. But like on my chest though, like chest and belly I do because I shaved it in college every now and then, so now it just kind of comes in a little bit thicker and a little bit darker each time, you know.
I actually have a you can't tell, but I'm hairy. But like I have a thing where multiple hairs grow out of each follicle.
Oh yeah.
Multipili Gemini is actually what it's called.
God bless you.
But it happens. It's like it usually only happens in beards, but like it doesn't happen in my beard. It happens everywhere else.
That shit
So like
sucks.
every arm on my every arm hair on my arm has at least two hairs in it.
Every hair,
Every follicle,
every arm on your hair.
God, Jesus, what a tongue twister. God, I'm stupid. But yeah, so like it looks like I'm like a lot hairier than I am. It's just that each follicle has more has like 2+ hairs in it.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. Bodies are weird.
And I didn't know that wasn't. I didn't know that was. I was like I thought everyone just had hair like that.
Yeah.
I was dating a girl who was a hairdresser.
Oh, she
She's
told
like,
you?
yeah, she's like, what's up with your hair? I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, you have multiple hairs out of each follicle, and I was like,
Why are you staring at my arm?
she's like, what about it? I was like, what about it? She's like, that's not normal.
Huh?
I'm getting real gray on my chest. I'm starting to get grays.
I found one today, and it was the funniest thing because it was one of those things where it was like right after I woke up. So as you know, with a beard, right, when you wake up, if you don't immediately do something with it, it's just kind of however it was. So I just kind of do this now.
Head beard.
I just do this now in the mornings now, like that, and then kind of the pull down. But I had one that was sticking out like this, and it was white, just pure white, and I just saw it the entire morning. I'm just like, I'm leaving that right there. I'm not touching
Is it the
it.
first one you've got?
No, I have a couple. You rarely see them.
I didn't have any a year ago, and now like they're really coming in.
That's awesome. I think we talked about last week. I like that look. I like the white. Oh,
that's right. You were thinking about dipping your toes in the.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, I was thinking about it. I was going to be one of the goals or benchmarks for the subathon. There was I was going to do dye my something, but yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's games. I feel like games are in a good spot right now.
I feel like they've been in a good spot for a couple of years.
I mean, this is
There's almost too many games.
Well, I was going to say, I feel like the pandemic kind of moved gaming forward a big step.
I think Warzone came out at the perfect time because Warzone became the new Madden.
Yes. Everybody can play it. Everyone knows how to play it because it's a
free.
VR. It's Call of Duty. It's free. Yeah.
And I don't know, which I think is great. I think it was great because I don't like Madden.
When that's the thing, is it's like one of those things. Like you look at, especially like you look at it, right? Like Fortnite is its own thing. You say Fortnite, and immediately everyone like kind of has a base idea of what it is, right? Apex was kind of the same thing. Everyone has a base idea. As soon as you say Warzone, people just think Call of Duty, and immediately it's just okay, it's Call of Duty. And then it's like, oh, there's a battle royale. Okay, cool.
I played Fortnite. Friday night.
Fortnite came out with a new season. Have you heard about this?
Did it start already?
Yeah, it started. Have you heard about it?
No.
No building.
Get out of here. At all?
No building. That's the rumor.
Get out of here.
That's the fucking rumor. In the trailer that they show for it, one of the ladies like presses a button on her wrist, and like the fucking all the building comes down. So I'm almost 100% sure that right now Fortnite has no building.
You know what was really funny? I'm like pretty good at like shooters, and like especially with that, like, I can outgun anyone on that game if I can. I just can't. I can't build for shit. But if it's like a one-on-one,
That's the thing is that like it's like now immediately these kids that like I love the idea of it because think about it like this: these kids that have been spending the last 5-7 years, right? However many years it's been for Fortnite. How many years has it been for Fortnite? 5 years?
couldn't tell you.
Well, however many years, right?
2014, probably.
Right. The amount of times that these kids
No,
have been
it was released in 2017.
2017. So
Probably 20. We'll call it 2018.
Yeah, so let's go 4 or 5.
Yeah.
The kids have been learning how to build for 4 or 5 years. So then as soon as they hear gunshots, they build a fucking castle. Not anymore, you little shitheads. You gotta learn how to actually fucking shoot.
When I was playing the other night, I got straight out gunned in a one-on-one like gunfight, and that like I literally was like, that's the first time that's ever happened in this game.
Recently,
Like a legitimate like he beat me, and I like that doesn't happen a lot in that game where I'm like, oh, that person legitimately
that dude just
beat
straight
me.
up beat me. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's been happening more to me in Apex. I just keep losing my 1v1s, and like it got to a point recently where I just like I straight up told Rob I was like I'm done playing this game for the day, and he's like for the day. I was like yes for the day. I was like I can't. I can't. I was like nope. Yeah, Rooster says that it's no building.
Wow. Fortnite's new season removes building and adds Doctor Strange.
Yep, that's one of the other new things. Added Doctor Strange. Added what's the Prowler? The Prowler. Is that?
It started today.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Dude, I think I might play a lot of Fortnite. Well, we need to bring back Fortnite Saturdays.
Yeah.
We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, no, we haven't.
Gotta get Bach on board. As long as Bach's not in Poland.
I don't know where he is. I actually sent him a message a little while ago. I was like, you everything all right there, boss? Like, haven't heard from you in a while. He's like, yeah, everything's good. Like, that was it. I'm like, oh, okay, bye, Bach.
A buddy of mine just got sent to Germany probably a week before the invasion.
Oh, really?
So he got sent there, and then like how are things? And he's like, oh dude, he's like, I'm pumped. I was like, all right, dude.
I'm fucking ready to go. Like,
yeah. Oh shit! It's true. No building. Played this morning. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah. Love it. I mean, that's gonna be.
That's gonna like completely change the game this season.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like especially if they
looting, it's gonna change everything.
If they do a full season of that,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's gonna complete like
I don't even like I'm like dumbfounded. I'm like I gotta say like my buddy of mine.
I heard that they were gonna. I heard there was a rumor that they were gonna do it, and I'm sitting there like, there's no fucking way it's gonna be like.
I have a buddy playing right now. I'm gonna send him a message because I'm like.
Well, like I'm sitting there and I was like, it's got to be like the Do you remember when they brought back Tilted, but it was like old Western Tilted?
That's the first season I played.
Yeah, so they brought back Tilted, and it was old Western Tilted, so you couldn't build in it. And as soon as people were saying about that, like there was gonna be no building, I was like, it's gonna be fucking like that. They're gonna have just an area where you can't build. And like, nope. Apparently, it's just you can't fucking build.
I'm like I don't know what to say. I'm like all right, let's
Well, like I said, it changes because Fortnite has always been a game that's not about gunplay. It's not about the guns. It's not about the mechanics of the guns. It's about the mechanics of building, and then the gunplay comes second. Like, let's be honest here. That's what it's always been.
The last couple of years, yeah. At first, it was like there was that time limit on building.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could it wasn't as much.
It was like the same thing as like the first 3 seasons of Apex, where like you know,
I saw my buddy. We were doing squads on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It's 4 of us, 3 of us died, and then my buddy, who's like the real player, he like there was like 10 guys left, and he was just running around the circle, building, editing, running away, and then he got down to the final 2, and then like he flubbed a weapon swap. And the guy killed him, and the guy had probably like 10 health left. and like it just is like it is crazy to see what a good Fortnite player looks like.
Mm-hmm.
It is like a skill that like
Well,
I
that's the
don't
thing is
get. I don't.
like Nick Merckx has said it before that like people underestimate how good Fortnite players are, and it's simply because of the building aspect. That adds a
Yeah.
whole different dynamic to the brain chemistry of moving around in the game. You know, where with Apex is kind of the abilities and the sounds when you do get the sounds, that sort of thing. With Call of Duty, it's who's got the better cheating software.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, no, I would say Fortnite players are like good Fortnite players are kind of fucking a different breed. You
Well,
know,
I mean, that's Nick Merckx was a Fortnite player.
Nick Merckx has been a pro in every single one of the games. He's doing it right now in
Uh,
Apex.
what's funny? Well, I always think it's funny when people make fun of like Ninja and like Tim the Tatman.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are people are like Tim the Tatman sucks. Like people who are like Warzone players. I'm like, dude, have you ever really watched him play? Like he's like he like yeah, there are like some of the guys he plays with are
Yeah,
like next level,
yeah.
but he's got to be top 20%. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
like he's
easily,
better than like most like COD players.
easily, 100%. Like,
And people say the thing about same thing about Doctor Disrespect, but Doctor Disrespect plays with Z Laner. Z Laner's like a like he'll like go solo and get like 30 kills.
well, it's like these like, and it's like you said, it's funny because like some of these big name streamers who do this stuff, like yeah, they're not just big name streamers for like there's a reason, right? Like
Yeah.
you know,
Also, Tim's like he like did it the first he did it within like he started within like the first month of Twitch being a thing.
yeah,
Back when it was like Justin TV. But what's funny, hey, Tim's my guy too. I actually really like Tim.
yeah, I do.
I have Doctor Disrespect's book somewhere behind me.
Tim's one of the reasons
Um,
why I got into streaming.
so did you know about that? That's what Twitch was
Yeah,
before.
Justin TV. Yeah,
How did you hear about Justin TV?
I heard it through Tim because Tim said about it on one of his last streams on Twitch, or one of his like within the past year of him being on Twitch. He had someone in that was like it was physically the longest running sub sort of thing that he's ever had, and it was like back when it was Justin TV sort of thing. It was one of those sort of things. And he was
I heard
talking
about it. Halo 3 was doing closed beta.
Okay.
And at the time, like that was like this was 2006, 2007. So like in multiplayer was a huge thing. Halo people forget how big Halo was.
Oh yeah,
And then so like there was no way to watch it. You like because there was no like live streaming thing. There's no YouTube thing. But then there's this guy who was like literally live streaming his life 24 hours a day. So he at the time it was literally the only way you could see Halo 3 gameplay, and he was like doing like he was at like an event,
God damn.
and like that boosted. It's like the same thing that happened to you with your during the draft when you did a draft thing, where like you got all these fans, and like it's the same thing with him. Like it went from like 0 to 100. Like he got like movie sponsors. He got like because like it was at the same thing. It was around the time Disturbia came out.
I was gonna say, I mean, if it was in like 06, 07, that was when YouTube was starting to grow, but it
06
wasn't
was like the first real year.
yeah.
But he just like that like he got all these sponsors like and they're like
crazy.
Disturbia. They did this whole thing like oh we're watching you. 'Cause Disturbia was like a big, hugely marketed movie at the time. So like I don't know like I like remember seeing it like I didn't know until like 2 years ago that Justin TV became Twitch and I was like I watched Justin TV.
This thing,
Watch.
I didn't realize, I didn't know what Twitch was until like 2018.
Yeah.
I had no idea what Twitch was. I was playing Overwatch, and they were like, watch the Overwatch League on Twitch. And I'm like, what the fuck is the Overwatch League? And they're like, if you do it, you can get these tokens that you can then use in the game to get skins. And I'm sitting there like, cool. I just got to watch stuff to get skins. So, like, that's how I found out about Twitch. Then I found out about Tim, and then it was, yeah, it was gone from there at that point. Shit, there was a day when we were doing on-field training, right? With the kids of the school, on-field training, and it was during the championship of the Overwatch League, and I had it on my phone with an earbud in while I was yelling at them, telling them what to do. And I remember one of the kids running by going, "Coach, who's winning?" was like, "Shut up! You're supposed to be running."
Leave me alone. Well, I mean, that's how like we connected because I literally was on Facebook and I saw you post something and like I had just started streaming on Twitch like a month before,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, I'll reach out and annoy them.
Rekindle the couple months that I knew this guy.
But yeah, because I mean, at this point we've known each other more for this. Uh, man, video games. Did I ever talk about me streaming on Mixer?
Yes, once or twice. Once or twice, I remember you telling me about it.
I started streaming on Mixer, and I think Mixer is a much better streaming platform. I still believe that,
Okay.
and it was easier to like grow, and it was easier for people to see you. And there were less people, so you were easier to be seen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But like, and they didn't care about anything.
Yeah, they like a lot of the stuff. Like I know now, Ninja's been very vocal about it. I don't think Shroud really has been. I think Shroud's just kind of been like, yeah, there was some stuff that we tried to get done and it didn't fucking work. Meanwhile, Ninja's like, they fucking sucks. We told them that they needed to do this, and and like that sort of bullshit. But Shroud's just kind of.
I don't mean about that. They were like, do whatever you want as long as you're not being racist or hateful. Like you can play whatever music you want. You're never going to be DMCA'd. Like you can smoke weed, you can drink, you can do whatever you want.
There's new rules on Twitch apparently.
Really? Yeah. So like they were like, yeah, dude, like this is like a free reign. Like do whatever you want. Like it's all about building your community. Because like I started streaming on Mixer, and then I think 3 weeks later they were like, hey, we're shutting down in a month, and I was like, well, all right, well, I guess I'll go move to Twitch.
Yeah.
And then there were people I found on Mixer that had like 50,000 followers that went to Twitch. Really good streamers. Like there's this one kid, his name was Pumpkin Kitty. I think he had 40,000 Mixer followers, and then like he put a lot of work into Twitch for like a year, and I think he only got up to like 3,000 followers.
Oh yeah, there was one guy that I saw through. I was through one of the other followers that I had that came over. He came over and he's like, yeah, I have a community like this, and I just wanted to know if there was any, if there's anything that I should know about Twitch, like that sort of thing. Just kind of random dudes just coming into my chat, that sort of thing. And I remember talking to him. I was like, look, just send me a message off stream, like on any one of my socials, and we can talk about this, that sort of thing. Talked to him for a little bit, and then he moved over, and he had like 10K or something like that. He had like maybe 100 followers, and then like I don't think he ever got really. I don't see him anymore on Twitch. Yeah, so I mean,
I know like the only people I knew who like had any growth from it, there were people that went to Facebook. Like another thing is that they had communities, like like what he was asking you, like they actually pushed for that on Mixer, so you could build like these streaming groups.
Well, so Twitch used to have that. Twitch used to have this thing where you could be like, and some people still do, and it's funny because you can see it on some people's page when you're watching them. Like it will say their name, and then it will say like team, and then it will say what team they're a part of. But like, I'll tell you what, it's almost impossible to find a way to like get one of those or find one of those or be a part of one of those. It seems like it was one of those things where it happened for a little.
Bigger people.
When it's one of those things as well. I feel like it happened for a little bit, and then it went away. So like you just kind of kept it if you were a part of it, sort of thing, But like,
I know like OTK is like a big up and coming one.
Yeah.
Did you? I don't think we ever talked about the Artesian PC build thing. Did you ever see that?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, crazy.
Me and Rob talked about it. I didn't want to talk about it a whole lot just because,
everyone was.
Well, it was one of those things. You see it, everyone sees it, right? Boom, we all see it. It's like, okay,
TikTok.
That sucks.
It was all over TikTok.
And then every single motherfucking creator is on TikTok saying the exact same fucking thing about the exact same situation.
I don't know. I think that CEO was pretty cool, dude. I think he was in the right.
Of course. It's so stupid. And I was talking to Rob about this, right? And as you know, Rob doesn't know a whole lot about the streaming world and everything, but like we were talking about, it's like if you're gonna do this, especially that's the only time they streamed as well. Did you know that? The only time they would stream was when they were doing their giveaway and they were building the PC. That's the only time they would stream. So if you're going to do that once a month, why would you not spend that entire stream building the PC and then talking about the positives of the person, and also looking this up beforehand so you're not looking it up while you're on the stream? You know, it was so bad, bro. And of course they've went under now. They fired a bunch of people.
Huh?
They went under. He's being taken to court.
The guy who did all the shit fired a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And he just was like, there's something off about him. Like he has like some sort of, he definitely has. I might get flack for this. He might have like a personality disorder.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, he literally came out after that and he's like, we want to know what we could have done better. And it's like,
no, it's you, dude.
It's like you don't understand what you've done wrong. Like,
well, that, and like, there's no we. It's you.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That's all it is.
There's
no point on blame. It's recorded of you saying this stuff.
Honestly, like, that was the craziest thing I think I've seen. Is just like, we're gonna do this giveaway. We're gonna spend the next hour trying to find a way to not give this PC away. It's like, what? And then apparently, did you hear the other news about that though?
No.
So a bunch of the people that have gotten PCs in the past found out that the PCs that were made for them were like designed to not give them the full.
Oh yeah, they were like slowed down.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
there was
graphics cards were all fucked with, right?
Mm-hmm. Everything was kind of fucked with and monkeyed with, so you'd have to like go into the settings or like go into it and change a bunch of stuff to get it to be the way that it's supposed to perform, versus like what they made it out, what they sent it out so it would perform at. Like that's sort of, I'm sitting there like, that's so fucking just. It's such a scummy. Like this.
Well, a buddy of mine who I met through streaming, he was like a Artesian ambassador or whatever. So he was like another small streamer, but he is. He's on right now. I want to see. Probably took it off. Yep. Oh no, he just has epic stuff. That dude started after me. He has 1,500 followers.
There we go.
He's crushing it.
He's
absolutely crushing it. He's got an epic code.
That's
awesome.
He's got some. I was gonna try and get an epic code, but then when I went to go get it, I found out that TikTok doesn't count.
Do you just need like a minimum follower?
You need a minimum of 1,000 followers on a certain platform. So I was gonna do it on TikTok because I got 1,000 on there, but like
he's got a coffee sponsor, he's got a beard sponsor.
That's awesome.
He's got a beef jerky sponsor.
That's fucking great. I love that. I've
the video game beef jerky. What is that? Love beef jerky.
There's
giving you free shout outs.
I will say this. Here's a little bit of a controversial take. How about this?
Go for it.
We haven't really done a controversial takes in a while. So my controversial take that I have is that there's a lot of these things where it's a sponsor, quote unquote. Yeah. It's not a sponsor. You're affiliated with the program. Like you're not a sponsor.
Yeah, he's not getting any money unless someone buys something.
Well, that's the thing. Even then, that's not a sponsor. A sponsor is you're being paid by the company and you're being given their products for free.
Kickback.
That's being sponsored by a company. A lot of people are affiliated with companies, but then they'll make it out and they say that they are fully sponsored by them, and it's two completely different things. And to me, it's one of those things where it is very misleading. Because if I say to you that I am sponsored by Glitch, that's a different tone than me being like I'm affiliated with Glitch.
Yeah, who needs to know, right? That's the. I'm just kidding.
No, but that's the thing, right? That's what it always comes down to. Is it's like, oh yeah, who needs to know? No one needs to know.
Hey, I'm giving them a free shout out. It's gamer themed beef jerky, but it looks pretty good. The flavors.
Yeah.
They have a carne asada beef jerky, which I'm very interested in.
Hold on a second.
Let's sweet gas.
It's a gamer. Wait, what is it? It's gamer.
It's killerjerkyco.com.
Killer Jerky.
Dude, we're just giving 3 shout outs. Who cares?
Fuck it. Maybe I'll be sponsored by them. Well,
and it's funny. They also sell like gummies, but like they just like packages of edibles.
Korean barbecue.
If anyone's ever bought
jerky,
I've never bought edibles though.
Pre-gaming straight whiskey. Like Jesus Christ.
Oh, a peppered orange teriyaki? That sounds pretty fucking good.
The Killer Jerky subscription box. Do they have... See, here's my question. Do they have... I don't want a subscription
They have
box.
lemon pepper jerky. Get out of here.
See, these aren't even edibles though. This is just candy.
Oh no, I know I was joking
It
because they
looks
come in
like.
packages that make them look like edibles.
Oh my god, it actually does now. They say that. It's fucking
Yeah,
hilarious.
that's
Um,
all. Yeah, it's not actually drugs.
um,
Um,
or is it? No, yeah, no. I've always. It's one of those things that I probably should at some point start looking at stuff like that. I just.
dude, I'll sponsor you.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got doggy jerky. I don't know what to sponsor you for. I'll sponsor you my business, my LLC that I haven't formed yet.
I haven't informed you, but when I do. Um,
But when I do,
Well, that's one of the things that I've been meaning to talk to because at work, right, we're gonna start doing our own stuff again, our own jewelry stuff again, and I some of the stuff I'm not 100% sold on. I'll just word it like
hmm
that.
okay.
But at the same time, though, it's one of those things where it's like I know through streaming and knowing a lot of streamers that have gauges, that have stuff pierced, that are a part of different communities that do have that sort of stuff. The reach is a lot bigger than their reach that they're thinking of. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, do you know like Charlie Classic, for instance? So
I don't know. I
So,
don't know any streamers.
so Charlie Classic isn't a streamer. Charlie Classic is was like a Viner,
Okay.
like
Yeah,
Viner, TikTok, like that.
Vine
Sort of thing.
in my world never existed.
Yeah. See, I was at the very end of it.
Yeah, it's I like
Um,
people always joke like, oh, Vine, you were like if you weren't part of Vine, like you don't matter. I'm like Vine, like I didn't hear about Vine until it was over.
That was the thing
And
is that,
so
like, especially up here, like there was no one in the fucking in the Northeast that was giving a shit about Vine. Like
yeah.
that was like a fucking California, Texas, Florida thing. Like nobody up here gave a fucking shit about it. But my thing is that like he does a lot of stuff with what the hell is the name of the models there? Motherfucker, I'm gonna hate that I can't remember this. It's like the goth emo models.
Hmm?
Suicide Girls.
Oh,
It's
okay.
that sort of like that sort of stuff, and then some like OnlyFans girls and that sort of stuff. But like they will have gauges, they will have stuff pierced, they will have this and that. And I'm sitting there like, getting any one of them to sponsor any of our stuff would probably sell better than any idea that they're gonna have. And it's a very simple thing of like, hey, we have this company that we do this stuff, and we sell to these companies. Pretty easy. We give you this, you sponsor us, or you promote
So
it.
my only thing is that like I don't know how you would like like when you put on like a dress or you put on something or it's like very distinctly like that, you can market that as being like something of your brand. I don't know how you would market like body jewelry because there's no like I imagine there's no trademark on the design. So like anything for the
That's
most
I mean
part has been done.
that's the tough thing is that like it's all basically just kind of like almost like
And
a
I'm
word
not
of
like
mouth.
attacking you like in
No,
no
no,
way.
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no.
yeah, go like it's like I don't know how you would
It's
broach that. Like
yeah, no. That's the thing. I have no idea either. I see him because I've been following him for years now.
mhm.
Because his whole brand is low lifes. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, fucking low lives. We just do what we can to get by. But then like he does like photography stuff. He does he's a manager of like 4 different OnlyFans girls. Like that sort of stuff. It's like I see the girls that he has. I see the following that he has. I see the people that he hangs out with, and it's like all of them have fucking gauges. All of them have like their nose or their nipples pierced.
Mhm.
It's like it's one of those things. Where I'm sitting there like,
I don't know. I think you would just have to build up your reputation with like a lot, like most mainly tattoo shops. If you could get something with, I don't know, even like
we've
Spencer's. Spencer's would be like
well
the
we
fucking
we work with Spencer's,
yeah.
but
But if you could get your own brand
mhm.
to Spencer's,
Oh yeah, that's yeah. It's
um,
there's a lot there. I just my like I said, I think like that, but no, I was gonna say like yeah, like I should get sponsored by like my own company that that I work
I
for.
mean, you have to get your ears pierced then.
I've thought about it before.
Um, it's not that anyone would see it anyways.
Yeah.
I want to get my nose pierced. I've been wanting to get my nose pierced for a long time.
Mm-hmm. We have fake nose piercings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I put
I had
every now and
I
then.
had one on my desk somewhere that I was like, let's see what it looks like. I like,
Yeah, it's like a little clamp, right?
yeah.
Yeah. I
Um,
used to walk around every now and then with it right here on my lip. and I just walk around with it just to fuck with people.
One little snake bite.
Yeah, it didn't look bad actually. You know what? It, like, not gonna lie, it didn't look bad on me.
Um,
But yeah, no.
I had an ex-girlfriend who had like she had her lip, and then she had one nose, and then like a septum, and I don't know, I loved it.
Oh
And
yeah.
then I always wanted to get my nose like a not my septum, but my nostril.
No, I was gonna do my ears.
Did Fed get his nipple pierced? That's like what the one thing I remembered of him.
What, Fedge? Did he get his
Yeah,
nipples pierced?
I
Um,
remember. I remember freshman year, he was always like, "I just want to get my nipples pierced. I want to." He's like, "I want to lose like 30 pounds and get my nipple pierced."
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know if he did or not. I
Was
remember
that
that
was
now.
that a thing? Or am I
Yeah, no,
remembering that wrong?
I think that was a thing. I think it was Fedge anyway. I'm trying to think because
Yeah,
I mean,
right?
Dunny had his ear done, his ear or both ears done. I think Southworth and Rob were gonna do their ears at one point. I think they made like a bet with each other or a bet with someone, and they were gonna do that. But I think Fedge said about doing. I mean, I'll have to message him after this now, and ask him. You know, hey, did you get your nipple?
Did you ever get your nipple? Well, and then but like as far as like body art brands, the only one I can name off the top of my head is like Body Art Forms. I don't even know if that's around anymore.
Well, that's the thing is it's like it's one of those things where, and it's kind of the thing, especially with like a lot of stuff these days. It's not like I mean, I would put body jewelry in a more diverse class of like fucking energy shit, right? Like how many energy companies can you name?
A few.
Right? If you're into body jewelry, you can name a few, but like it's not like there's one that's above all of them. You know, like that sort of fucking thing. But I guess the other thing is like I think about like what like if I were to like get a sponsor or get an affiliate, like you know like what would I want to do? Because I was affiliated with Amazon for a while, and that was just a nightmare. Trying to get that to
How'd you
work.
get that done?
You just put in the paperwork and everything for it, and most people can get it. If you're a Twitch if you're a Twitch affiliate, you can get an Amazon affiliate. But the problem with that is that you have to make codes. You have to make a web code that is only for a specific item. Is not a code that you put in at checkout. It's just a part of the URL, and it's only for like a specific item or two, and it can't be a friend or family. It has to be part of your community. So like they track like you know all this stuff, and it's like it was such a fucking nightmare. I had a bunch of people use it, and it never worked. Like it was just after the first year, they were like, "You didn't sell anything with your code, so we're gonna take your affiliate away." And I was like, I completely forgot I fucking had it, you know. But like I thought,
Well, artesian build. No, was it no foot traffic? No computer.
yeah, exactly right. But not my thing is I think about it. It's like, what would I even want to, you know,
Yeah.
like it's
Well, other than glitch.
well, like so, like that, like I've had three in the last. Let's go just since I've been streaming. Since I've been streaming, there's been three, four. One no longer exists anymore. That was Sneak. Sneak was the first energy drink that I used to
Is
drink.
that already? Or that's already under?
That's under. They did. I bought from them. I tagged them just like I do with Glitch. I was always commenting on stuff. I was doing all this stuff, and then I found out that they used me in a promotional video and didn't tell me. So then I was like, "Hey, you're kind of using me in your video to promote your legacy package." Wasn't told, and they're like, "Oh, we're sorry. We can send you a free tub." I was like, "Can I get the legacy tub? Like the legacy package? Can I get one of those?" They're like, "No. We've already sent those out." And I'm sitting there like, you're literally using me to promote it. And I was like, I don't need any other flavors. I have all the flavors right now. Like, I was like, can I get a hoodie then? Can I get the hoodie from it? And they're like, okay. So they sent me the hoodie, too small. And then a week after the promotional video came out, they released their new line of ambassadors. And I'm sitting there like, fuck you guys.
Did you get anything for the Ubisoft?
They just sent me that first thing saying, "Hey, we're gonna put you in the video," and that was it. And then I had some guy come into my chat saying, "Hey, that's kind of, hey, I saw you in the video," and I was like, "Oh yeah, it was cool, wasn't it?" He's like, "No, it was lame," and I was like, "All right, cool, thanks for coming by, appreciate you."
Still went by and
Yeah.
checked you out. That's so negative. You know what? I found myself in what I think was a far right forum the other
Mhm.
day, and um, it because I was checking out stuff about the the war,
John, thank you for the
and
resub.
they have a lot of like footage from the war that
Hmm.
you can't show anywhere else. Kind of some dark stuff. But then there was like I just was looking through the comments and everything is
Yeah,
just
no.
super like
Hmm.
I
Yep.
learned new racial slurs that I'm
Hmm.
not happy about knowing.
Yep.
Like
I stay as far away from all that shit now as I physically
and
can.
but like it's just crazy because
Yeah.
like I don't know.
Well, it's one of those things we don't really, we don't really deal with that shit up here. It's one of the things like
No, I do.
well, we do, but it's not to the same.
No, I do.
Oh, right, we've talked about that. My bad.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm not
Yeah.
like I just
No, not
you
you.
know
But
not me.
no. So yeah.
But
Yeah. Bro, that's why I stay out of that shit. I don't bother looking at it anymore.
yeah.
I don't. Nope. I make my life more negative as it is. I don't need any outside shit making it even more negative. Um, but yeah, no, fucking the sneak one was just a pain. It was just dumb because I've been supporting them for like 2 years.
Wait, is it still a company though?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought it went
they
under.
just
My
no
bad.
no 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 no. Like I went
They're
I
dead to you.
they're dead to me. Yeah, I stopped buying from them. I don't. I use three of their shakers, and that's just because I only have two glitch ones right now.
You're like I'm gonna tape over it. I'm gonna tape over the.
Oh, I pour from those into this one, into the glitch ones. That's all I use them for now. Is they just hold water. I don't drink out of them on stream. But like yeah, no, like they did the ambassador one the week after, and I remember I was talking to I think it may have been Dana. I think I was talking to Dana about it. And I was like, I want to stop doing it. And she's like, wait for the next round of ambassadors. Keep doing what you're doing. Wait and see if the next round of ambassadors, if you're mentioned or whatever. Like a month went by, 2 months went by, and then they released the next line of ambassadors. And like one of the dudes had been like streaming for like a week. And I'm sitting there like, fuck you guys. I'm not like, no, I'm out.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, I'm out. Like I'm done. Got rid of all this shit. I still have a fucking cupboard full of all of it that I just haven't sent
Was he
to.
like famous?
No, it was just like some like I can't tell you why. I was just like I saw it and I was like that's fucking no. I'm done. And then I found glitch. I saw a glitch at one point. I didn't have money to buy it at that moment. But then when I did start buying it, they immediately like retweeted my stuff. Retweeted my video, retweeted, hey, welcome to the family, that sort of thing. They send me messages, I send them messages, I got a free box from them last year. They were just like,
See,
hey,
I mean, at least there's that.
well, that's
You
the
got
thing,
a
right?
box.
There's like they were like, hey, you've been supporting us. Here's free stuff. Thank you. And I'm like, I was
Cool.
like, that's I okay. Wasn't expecting it. Wasn't asking
That's all
for
it
it.
takes, dude.
Yeah. I mean, like, and I have it. Like, it's right here. You really can't see it right now. But like, I have all the stuff back there. I just bought a new one. That pre-ordered a new one this past Friday. They did sour apple.
How long have you had Grommet like next to you? Has that always been a thing?
Grommet over here.
Is it behind you? I can't tell by the
He's over.
perspective.
Yeah, he's over here.
Okay, so he's big.
yeah. Oh yeah, he's.
So I couldn't tell if it was like. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. Grommet's big.
Yeah. No.
Grommet.
So all right. Let me do the other two companies, then I'll talk about Grommet.
Yeah, go for it. Sorry.
So the other one is Freshly, just because I buy Freshly. It's my main meals. Also, I think it makes sense for them to go into the gaming community.
Because we're fat and gross.
Well, and it's microwavable food. Like I mean, it's it's
Yeah.
it's good. It's
Easy.
good. It's good, healthy meals, and we don't have to cook it. We can literally put it in the microwave, continue playing games, grab it, eat it, and keep doing our stuff. And then the other one is my cookie dealer because I'm a fat piece of shit.
Those are really good though.
I haven't bought from them in so long though, and I feel bad. But like yeah,
oh God, those cookies are so good.
Bro,
I bought from them maybe 3 times, and I always like am very sad after I do it because I'm like, dude, you just bought.
you just
I
spent
know
$50.
if anyone's not familiar with these cookies, they're like what 1 pound cookies.
No,
and they're like
yeah,
they look like they're like
they're
I'm not kidding. They're like the size of this roll of tape. I'm not even kidding. Like kind of a rounded top, but this size.
Yeah,
It's a cookie, and then you have to put it in the oven to warm up,
oven,
and then like
oh.
oh,
I remember
I like,
John. I told John about it, And I was like, John, you can't eat more than one at a sitting. I was like, you can't do it. And John's gonna like fucking watch me.
Yeah.
So like he's messaging me and he's doing it. He's like, I just had one. It was so good. I'm gonna have another one. I was like, no, you're not. He's like, I'm gonna have another one. Like a couple minutes later, he sends me a message. He's like, I had 2 bites and I had to put it down. Like that's what I was like. Yes, put it down. It's gonna put you down. Like,
Well, there are times where I cooked the whole cookie. I live alone, and like I was like, I'm gonna have it, and then I always cut mine into 4 pieces.
mm-hmm.
But it's like I have these little mini pies,
Oh,
and then there are a couple times where I've only eaten like a quarter to half, and I'm like, "Oof, I just gotta go to bed."
Bro, like it was one of like when I was buying them primarily, I was using the Lose It app. So I was tracking all my food. So it'd be funny because like I'll track one of those.
I don't want to know how many calories
It's
is
like
in that.
it's like 12 to 1,500 calories, like like that sort of thing. But it was like I would have that instead of like a meal, like a full meal. Like it was like okay, I'm having that. No lunch, no dinner, no
Yeah, John,
coffee.
it hurts. It hurts.
Oh my god! But that's the other one that I'd want to do though, because I honestly love that company as a whole, and I think it's run by great people, and they do a ton of new stuff now. So
I didn't even hear about them from you. I heard about them from Mitch Gaffney. He loves those. His buddy is like super into them.
That's what I guess. One of my best YouTube videos is me eating cookies. Because I did it, I shared it online, and I tagged them in it, and then they put it on their profile. So immediately,
Well, also they have a
like,
huge operation now. They bought space. Like you could
this
actually.
was
before it was
before.
always drop. Yeah,
This
well,
was
there was a drop.
during-
You had to get a drop.
Yeah, this was during the drop, during the beginning of the pandemic,
Cookie
sort of
drop.
thing.
Yeah, they got a cookie
Bro,
drop.
that was one of the funniest things. Was one of the funniest comments that I had on it was like, because of course I bought the secret stash.
Yeah.
And one of the comments on it was like, "This company's fucking lame, acting like it's all weed based and stuff. It's just fucking cookies, fat fucks, like that sort of thing." And I'm sitting there like, "You don't like fun." Okay, so Gromit. One of the final things we get to Gromit over here.
Gromit.
So for everyone that doesn't know, Gromit is an English character, Wallace and Gromit. It's claymation. I got that literally 2 days before I left England.
Oh, really?
So we were packing up, getting everything ready to leave, and my grandfather, God rest him, comes over to me. He's like, "Colin, is that Gromit?" And he points out the window, and I'm sitting there looking at him. Of course, I'm fucking 12, so I'm not really swearing at the time, right? Still kind of a kid. And I'm in my head, I'm sitting there like, "What the fuck are you talking about, Gramps?" And I look out the window, and there he is, behind trash bags and bins across the street. The neighbors have thrown out.
Fuck, it's Gromit.
And I'm sitting, and I'm sitting there, and I was like, it's fucking Gromit, because of course I love Wallace and Gromit. So I'm sitting there like, holy shit, it's Gromit. And so like, my grandfather like immediately opens the back door. Now, if you don't know, this was the way the house was. It was the back door, about that much sidewalk, and then basically like interstate, and then the road across from it, like this. So it was like it's one of those things where he opened it up and he looks both ways and he goes, "Run." So I ran across the street, grabbed it, standing there, and he's, "Run!" And I run back. So it's actually folded in half. You can kind of see the fold right here on him.
So you just have a trash Gromit?
So we had to fold him in half to put him into the briefcase. I mean, it actually take stuff out of the briefcase to put him in. But it was one of those things where it's like I loved Wallace and Gromit so much. But so I have him here because there's a Wallace and Gromit Telltale series. I don't know if you know that or not.
Is it out?
So it's been out for a couple years now. It was
Okay.
I was gonna buy it and it was like $30, and then it came up on Amazon. It came up in Twitch Prime. So I downloaded it for free, and I'm like, yes. So I brought that home from my parents' house. I went and got that, and I have a Shaun the Sheep plushie.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know where it is. So until I find it, because I'm gonna put it where George is. I'm gonna put Shaun right here, and I'm gonna play the fucking series, and it's gonna be the biggest smile that you will ever see on my fucking face, playing Wallace and Gromit Telltale. But until then, though, I refuse to play it because, but the problem is, though, is I don't. We as a family, like me, my mom, and dad, we have no idea where he is.
There was maybe like a year or two ago, my buddy, it was weirdly super into Wallace and Gromit, and one night we got super drunk, and I think watched 2 of the movies.
Yeah.
Like one where he goes to the moon.
That's
Shaun the Sheep goes to the moon.
Oh no, Shaun. That must
Is
have
it
been
Shaun the Sheep?
no. So they would go to the moon at one point to go get cheese because the
Cheese.
moon is
Yeah.
made of cheese. That's like the
Yeah.
very first original, very first Wallace and Gromit movie ever made.
And then there was another one where it wasn't even really about Wallace and Gromit. It was about another character.
Was it about the was it
I can't remember what it was.
was it
My
him?
buddy might have been about him and his crew. But he had a crew, right? He did not have a crew.
No, he don't have a crew.
I don't know, but like, yeah. Oh, I was pretty drunk. But he he was super into Wallace and Gromit. Um, Well, there's Chicken Run, and then there was another movie from that studio, right?
Chicken Run, I think was. I mean, they may have been from the same studio. They were all that kind of that claymation look to them. Because Shaun the
Yeah.
Sheep has his own like Wallace and Gromit ended, and Shaun the Sheep kept going with Shaun the Sheep and like the whole fucking gang. And then of course there was Chicken Run. I completely forgot about Chicken Run. Such a good movie.
I saw Chicken Run in theaters. I think I was in the second grade.
What was the other one? There was another.
There was another one, right?
So Chicken Run was in 2000. Chicken Run was 3D produced though. A sequel, Chicken Run: Dawn of the Nugget, is scheduled to be released in 2023 on Netflix.
Oh, fun.
How about that? Aardman Animations is the English studio that did Wallace and Gromit. So let's see here. So, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, flushed away.
That's it.
That's it, flushed away. Shaun the Sheep, Farmageddon. Wallace and Gromit. Oh my god, Wallace and Gromit in Project Zoo. There's a bunch of Telltale Wallace and Gromits though. That I'm eventually going to play. I just need to find my Shaun the Sheep because I refuse to play it without Shaun.
Sean.
The problem is, though, like I said, I don't know where it is. My mom and dad think I have it. I think they stole him. There's a side of me that thinks I send it to John so Elena could have it.
Or just it's thrown away.
No, I would never. Like that was a childhood like thing.
John, are you still there? Does your daughter have Shaun the Sheep?
I've asked him. I think I've asked him before, and his response was like, "What the fuck did you just say to me?" Like,
What'd you call me?
no. So yes, that's the story of my Gromit back here, and I just left him there because why the fuck not?
You know? Why not? Well, it just was like the perspective. I just was like, I couldn't tell. I really couldn't tell if it was right next to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, we almost made it through a podcast without talking about movies.
Yeah. I mean,
almost.
I would say this though. I mean, we talked about a lot of different things though. Mainly video games. Today was like a video game podcast. Basically.
More video games. Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
The fucking video games.
All right. So here, before we end it, okay? How about this? What is a video game hot take from you? It can be anything.
Video game.
Anything.
Video game
I got one.
Let's hear yours.
Okay, so mine is this: my video game hot take is you can't complain about stream snipers if you have people who stream help you.
Fair enough.
Because there's a lot of big name streamers who will literally get people who come into their games and drop them money in Warzone or give them guns in Apex or give them, that sort of stuff. You can't complain about being stream sniped if you're also getting help from other streamers that aren't.
Yeah. My biggest gaming hot take is that The Witcher 3 is a near perfect game, but it has the the menu UI it brings it down a couple points. It's one of the worst menu UIs out of any game.
Okay.
Of that era.
I refuse to play The Witcher 3.
It's very good.
Because my old assistant used to fucking love it, and that's all he would ever talk about.
It's a perfect game. Let's just be honest. Mm-hmm. But the menu UI is designed for mouse and keyboard, but it's just it's not really ported over to controller. But the combat, like anything else in game with the controller, works really well. But it's not a mouse and keyboard. It's not a controller menu.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fair.
It sucks. And I comes up maybe once every few months. my buddy, he thinks he literally this week called me a gaming Karen because something came up. Uh, I forget what, and I was like, "What? How am I a gaming Karen?" He's like, "Because you say that Witcher 3 wasn't good." Because I'm like, "No, Witcher 3 is perfect. Oh, near perfect.
It's just that one.
The menu UI is so bad that it has to be addressed."
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and if anyone watching this is a Witcher fan, they'll either agree with me or hate me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So then final thing, because I remember seeing this earlier this week and it just made me think of it now after you saying about being a Karen. What do you think about people saying that Halo needs to get a Battle Royale, or else Halo Infinite is going to die?
Halo Infinite is going to die, but not because it doesn't have a Battle Royale.
Okay.
The community, they listen to the community a ton, but they just don't have enough stuff in the game. Like, they didn't have enough maps, they didn't have enough game modes, they still don't. And the Forge, the reason why it would fail is it doesn't have Forged. It doesn't have Forge yet. They're supposed to have it by May. And they don't have co-op still.
That's wild.
So that's all. Those are the two of the biggest things holding them back. Is that
games? That's my other hot take. I'm gonna fucking throw another one out there. Games that don't have online co-op are fucking stupid.
Yeah,
it's 2022. The majority of the world plays games online with friends. Make your games have fucking co-op.
That's literally how we started Hogwarts. Hogwarts Legacy doesn't have co-op.
Yeah, we were talking about that before the stream. So I mean, that's.
Oh, we were talking about that before the stream.
Was it?
Was that beginning?
No, it was beginning stream. Very beginning of stream. Very beginning.
Yes, that's literally the only thing
rolling it right back around.
Yeah, we're even Elden Ring has co-op in a sense. It fucking is super convoluted in how you do it, but you can play with two other people.
Yeah, it's just it makes sense. Game companies make if your game is a big name title game, make it have fucking multiplayer co-op. That should be one of the first features you try to fucking do.
Yeah, because I mean, Halo would be so fun co-op with a friend. Early pandemic, I played through all the Halos with my friend, and then we were that's all we could hope for. And then I still haven't even beaten Halo, which kind of makes me upset with myself. But
at the same time, it goes to show you what the game is though. Now it's because I feel like a game like that, it's the same thing when we get Assassin's Creed Valhalla. You saw how much I was excited and enjoyed playing it to begin with, but the story mode doesn't hold my attention. And there's a lot of people that I know that are like that.
I have a lot of finishing anxiety, and that's more of a problem with myself than it is the game. The game's really good. The game is also a near perfect game.
Okay.
The campaign.
All right.
It's just I have a weird thing with seeing things through, especially games, because I can deal with stepping away from it, but I can't. I can deal with that better than finishing it and being disappointed.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
I'd rather run away instead of. But it's kind of the truth in my life about a lot of things.
Right. There we go.
Relationships and.
Well, next week we will learn more about DeNutte's finishing problems.
Not in that sense.
Any final things? Final things. Say it and then them going as the outro. That sort of thing.
I'm good. You got.
All right, there we go. Thank you everybody for stopping by and hanging out. And as always, depending on where you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Still trouble, stay safe, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Hugs and kisses.